But the first of all, you gotta explain what you're doing.
Okay guys, we are going to install a ceiling fan. We're going to put it together and get it installed so you guys can see how to put together a ceiling fan. How to. Here we go. Okay. What I like to do is I like to get the blades out. I like to get everything out and open it up. Get all my parts out, see what's missing, what's not. Usually nothing's missing, but every now and then you get something that is. So here's the arms, I call them, screws. What I do first is put all the arms on the blades, 3 screws each, with this little cardboard washer. Make sure them are on there. And for time, some guys use a drill, but I'm going to use some guys like to use a drill, some don't, but I like to for time's sake. Is that pointed on here good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can edit, but when you're showing parts,
Go ahead.
when you're showing parts, come closer to the
Okay.
camera because you
It's not all the way zoomed
you can't really see it.
Okay. Okay. Let's show them these screws. Okay, so I got one more arm here. I did 2 of them last night, but you guys can see the rest of it here. Once you do one, you do it to all 5 of them. So this with the, oops, sorry guys, okay. That with the, there's a little cardboard washer on that goes on there. And this is the arm. And then there's three little holes on the blade itself. Those holes are pre-drilled for you. They go in there. And then either grab a screwdriver or a little impact. Once it clicks a couple times, I think that's tight enough. You don't want them too tight, you could strip them out, but get them pretty snug. So that's all 5 of the blades put together. Set them on the nice styrofoam so they don't get scratched or warped. That's a big thing. You don't want them blades warped or the fan will wobble really bad. Okay, then I get this out. And here's the ticket that I found that works the best, is you want to set it on something soft like this. So I get the styrofoam out and then I set my fan in that so it can't hurt it or damage it. Okay, then you leave this little divider plate in there. And then this note here says, bring it up to you, remove plastic motor blocks before blade arm installation. So they are arms. And that'll tell you on that to remove all these screws off of the motor. Like we're doing. So again, you can use a cordless or a screwdriver. If one falls in, don't panic too hard like that. Happens all the time. I'll get it out and show you how to get that out here in a sec. These are all the screws that will hold the arms to the motor. And this is a Pro Builder fan, craft made. That style. There's a bunch of different styles, but this is a pretty common. Here. Okay, got one more screw. Okay, now start putting on the blades. What I do is I like to put the screws down in the arm first, like that. Oh, I've already almost forgot. Okay guys, I dropped a screw in there. You want to get them out, you drop a screw in there. So you take it out, upside down, and shake it like that, and there it did, fill right out. That happens quite often. Drop the screw down in there. Okay, so I got my 2 screws in this one. You want to line it up. You can't go wrong, so as soon as those are lined up, tighten them down. And then we repeat the process 5 times. There you go. Screws in. That one I didn't put the screw in first. Okay. 2. If you have a magnetic tip, you can put the screw on first too, if you want, like that. Hold it on there and then drop it down in. You gotta make sure your holes are lined up so you don't strip the screws. 3. And this part of the arm will be facing down when you put the light fan up. Putting those in first again. Okay, I almost didn't have that lined up yet, but okay. Then what I like to do is the light kit. I like to put this all together, and I'll show you why, because then when you hang it, the whole fan is installed and you're not trying to do it while it's in the air. So these 3 screws need to come out of the little light kit. Again, I use my drill, makes it a little bit faster. Okay. These, you have a black and a white with quick connectors on. They just plug into this. Take the rubber band off and it'll say blue is for the light and the white is your neutral. We line those 2 up and push them in until they click. If they don't, then turn it and till it will. And and you'll feel it clicking, okay? Then your screws, come on, I'll set them right there for a sec. Tuck your wires in here nice. There's a little gap right here. That will go over the notch for the speed direction, or the direction of the fan. There's a switch right here. You can see that. There's a switch right here. That's the direction of the blades. It'll either pull up air or push air down, depending on which way you want the blades to go. So you tuck your wires up in here. And make sure that little notch is over that selector screw. Okay. Line these holes up right here, and again, put your screws in. These are kind of a little bit difficult. What I do is I'll get my screwdriver out, push on it at the same time, and start it in. Those are kind of hard, guys. Okay. Oh, that one ain't down enough yet to start. Okay, push down and start the screw. And then this will turn so you can line up your screw holes. Okay, this is the part where you don't want to forget to do this, or you'll have to take it back apart. So, okay, put the light bulbs in. Okay, take your rubber bands off, plastic. Okay, we don't have to put those little chain on yet. Take this off. That just unscrews. This little plate comes off. It's got holes in it. Okay, this part you have to hold this upside down. Are you down here, Taylor? Well, you want to run the camera for a sec? See if I'm in it. Are we on is it on the fan good?
Yeah.
Okay. This is kind of an important part here. So this chain has to come down and run through this little hole. I'll flip it up and show you, but I like to hang it upside down at this point so that the chain will let the gravity do the rest. So it's got to go through a little hole. Okay, you want to zoom in on that?
I did.
Okay. Oh, it fell out. Okay, there's a little hole that, let me get it through there. Let the gravity do it. Okay. Little hole right there. See that? Chain, that's for the fan. This one's for the light. So that's got to come through there like that. Then you hold this like that. You get your, oh, let me come out. You know, sometimes I will do this in the air after it's hung, but depending on if it's way up there, I like to install it all down here. Okay, then there's two little holes in the glass. And that's where that littler one has to go fall down through it. Okay? put my chains through there. I'm going to hold them tight. Flip the fan back over. And you want that glass to line up right where the holes go. Feed your chain through that one. I think the next one will do in the air, so okay, and that one now. So that is not low enough. So screw the little screw down. Okay. Now, so the chain don't fall back through, you can go ahead and then hook your extension on. And now that'll keep it from falling back through. You could have put it on before too. Okay, this one goes through this little knob. Put it down through like that, so the threads are going down, and screw it on. That is what holds your glass to the frame. And then I go ahead and put on the extensions. One more right there. Okay, then I need you to run the camera, and real quick we'll put the adapter up there on. Extension. Okay, we got both of our extenders on. Just lay them over like that, and any little dust spots we can wipe off. Okay, guys, that is the bottom part of the fan. Let's flip it over. This is where I like to use the styrofoam, because that glass, you don't want to break that glass. So flip it over. That end is done. Put that right down in that styrofoam, like that. Okay, and that will we're going to edit it. Okay, guys, let's just keep going. Oh my gosh. Next time I'm going to do the glass up there. Okay, so I wonder if we ought to cut that out. We'll tell Jared to cut that part out.
Okay.
Okay, so do we have another one upstairs in the master on this one? No? Okay. All right, folks. Here's the top part of the fan prep. So on this one, we have a pretty low ceiling, and so that is the length of our down rod right there. So that's, you want wire to go through that. So you want to know where to cut the wire. Well past that, I like to give myself a good 6 to 8 inches to deal with. Plenty of wire. You don't want your wire short. Okay, this one will tell you the blue is the light. Okay, and then it'll say black says motor. The black one is the motor. The blue, oh, the white even says neutral. But yeah, it's white to white. And the blue is your light. Okay, so what I like to do then is I take the little safety pin out. Okay, you loosen these up. They have a little nut on them so that you can adjust. But you want to loosen them up pretty good because the threads will hit it. Okay, and then this is the part you want to not forget, or you'll have to redo it again. Same with the down on the light kit. Okay, this goes on first. The cover for the box that we'll put on here in just a minute. So that goes up there. Put that down first, or you'll have to do it again. Okay, then put the wires up through the post. There's another safety pin in there, and if the wires come out on both sides, that'll be okay too. But sometimes you can take that safety pin out, and then you just spin this down in. Now here's what I want to show you too, is you want to spin this down. Here, I forgot to show you. Let me show them this real quick. Okay, this is important to know right here. See this little hole in that? Okay, you need to spin that down until it matches this little hole here. And I'll show you why in just a sec. So we're going to spin this down. You're going to want to spin that down. Until you look through the hole until it's down past that, like that. Okay, because then you put the safety pin. You want to wiggle it so you can get it past the wires. And then you put your safety pin in. And then there's a little keeper on the other side over here that you put in through the keeper. Okay. Now is when you spin these down until they're nice and snug. Okay, and then I give them about a quarter turn with the screwdriver, or half a turn, quarter to a half. Okay, then you set these little nuts. What that does is it'll lock that in place so that screw can't come loose. Okay, there's your fan prep.